And that means it's time to go into the Park Playhouse for another all-access preview of an upcoming production. Here we go. Oh, the door's locked. I have to go around. Well, last time you remember I was here, we tried to do some interviews with the cast members of the Southwest Iowa Theater Group production of The Play That Goes Wrong. But the interviews went wrong. In fact, the whole video went wrong.
I'll just leave it as that. Oh! Like I said.
I've got the light for something you needed for something, right?
Just a second, I gotta get through here. Oh!
So like I said, he's just a good old pup. Just a good old boy.
Oh my God, there's so much blood!
Oh, don't mind him.
I gotta come by.
And now we're going to try to do this right and get some real interviews with the real actors who are having to play more than one role in this very different Southwest Iowa Theater Group production. That means it's time for another all-access video. Now, for the last several weeks, director Sean Munsinger and her cast and crew have been getting ready for a very unusual play. It gives you an idea of what happens, what really happens inside a production when not everything goes right. What's the premise of this show?
The premise is that it's a drama society, much like SWITG, where you have actors, members of a theater, that are putting on productions, much like we do. But these theater actors are accident prone and mishaps happen. They just have not had a successful production to date. And they have finally gotten this production, this murder mystery to do where everyone in the cast gets a role for the first time.
You're used to seeing Jim Klepfel in many SWITG productions, but Jim says being in The Play That Goes Wrong is different because the physical comedy is real, and some of it is very challenging.
This is the hardest thing I've ever done in any of the plays here at Southwest Iowa. Mentally and physically, it's been a real big challenge for me. I guess primarily because I'm having more and more birthdays.
Even for younger cast members like Mike Kuderer, who plays Jonathan Harris, and Charles Haversham, the dead man, rehearsing for two plays at once is demanding.
The play is definitely demanding. I think you hit the nail on the head. It's very physical. We've got bumps and bruises and things like that. It is a grind. But I think anybody who comes to see the show will understand the dedication and the time commitment that everyone in the cast and the crew and the directors have put into this to make such a grind that you don't see or won't see into something that's going to be a well-oiled machine. It's going to be spectacular.
In The Play That Goes Wrong, anything that can go wrong does go wrong. Lacey Kiefer portrays ultra diva Sandra Wilkinson and Florence Collymore. Lacey was asked whether the incidents taking place in this mock mystery are true to life in real productions. As a veteran, how much of the stuff that goes on in The Play That Goes Wrong actually happens in a play? Is this true to life?
Oh, there's some things that have happened in a production that have gone wrong. Maybe not to the extent of this, and some things maybe more in rehearsals that have gone wrong. But that's what, when I very first saw this show at the Orpheum in Omaha, why I laughed so hard is because it's like, oh my gosh, that's happened. I've been in that position before.
Another challenge is that each actor must portray two characters. Christian Jensen plays three. Actor Max Bennett, who in turn plays Cecil Haversham, and Arthur the gardener.
It's kind of difficult trying to get in that headspace and then trying to get from Max's headspace into playing Cecil Haversham and then into Arthur the gardener. It kind of reminds me of the movie Inception, going multiple levels down and just trying to also keep grounded and making sure that I'm, memorizing my lines and stuff. So.
Rory Glenn portrays Robert Grove and Thomas Collymore. Here, Rory is interviewed on KMA's Morning Jump program. Now, Rory tells us that in addition to the physical comedy, there's more to this production than meets the eye.
I want the audience to look at the little nuances, like I was mentioning today in our radio interview, of facial expressions, and because that's where this play really lights up and comes alive is in the actors' ability to convey convey the drama of the moment, the drama and the comedy of the moment in the play within the play.
Rounding out the main cast are Ethan Strunk, who plays Dennis Tide, Ann Perkins the butler, who disappears here, and Alexa Munsinger, who plays Annie Twillily, or the stage manager.
When the show was being made, the writers were trying to just emphasize the things that do go wrong during every show, because no one is ever going to say their lines word for word throughout a whole show, and it just they really emphasized on that and made it a lot of fun.
There are a lot of different ages in this show, like actor-wise, and there's a lot of different personalities that play off of each other, and a lot of things that bounce off of each other personality-wise makes it really cool on stage, because a lot of us haven't met each other before. There's a lot of new actors on the SWITG stage. So I think that's been the coolest part about this production, is getting to know all these new people and working together as a team.
And we can't forget Connor O'Hara as Trevor Watson, a.k.a. the lights and sound tech.
What about this one? What stands out about being in this show, which is actually, in some respects, 2 plays in 1?
Well, for me, it's just the environment. It's amazing. Every day I come in and I leave with a smile on my face, and it's just always fun to be around these people, and it's just a fun play in general.
We have a very good cast, a very good crew backstage. Backstage crew, normally that helps with props and such, they're in the show. They help to make the show. And they're a big part of the show. So that'll be fun for audience members to see them as well.
What do you folks see as the major role of the stage crew in this production? Because you are on stage at the same time as the regular actors.
I say timing is a lot of it. There's a lot of stuff that happens by the crew on stage as well as backstage. So traditionally, stage crew is not seen on stage. That's kind of the goal of usual shows. But as the show happens, we've got to fix things, and things happen. So got to roll with it.
But you're all veterans. You've done this before. Besides the physicality of the show, what's the fun part of it? What's fun about doing this sort of a show?
No lines.
Tim for the win!
Now, Southwest Iowa Theater Group production of The Play That Goes Wrong Can't Go Wrong. In fact, it's taking place July 11th and 12th and 18th and 19th at 7:30 p.m. and July 13th and 20th at 2 p.m., Sunday matinees. For ticket reservations, call the Park Playhouse box office at 712-246-1061 or email swittig@swittig.org. With another all-access preview, Mike Peterson, KMA News.